Good evening, fans, and welcome to Prime Time here at the 2025 Men's Canadian Fast Pitch Championships, Softball Canada, and a presentation of Kitchener Fastball Promotions. And a big matchup tonight between the Saskatoon Jacks and Toronto Batmen, as the winner of this contest will advance straight to the final, while the loser will have to win one more tomorrow to get to where they want to be. Good evening, I'm Steve Sabrin. Glad you can join us. We're at the Peter Holman Ball Yard in Kitchener as the Jacks will get the first crack at their bats and the Toronto Batmen playing the field. Let's get the defensive setup for the Batmen. Over at first base is Corey Way. At second, Owen Torrey. Third base, Johnny Baker. At short, Mitch McKay. Left field, Tyler Paulai. Center field, Mason McKay. And in right field, it's Denny Benson. Catching is Derek Hyde. And the Batmen going with number 72, Tyler Randerson, as their starter this evening. The Batmen winning earlier today to book their ticket to this particular game. They were able to beat the Bear Creek Express this morning 5-2 to vault them straight to this contest, while the Saskatoon Jacks, seeded number 2, beat the Galway Hitmen 3-2 to get to this point. We'll round out the bracket for you a little later in the game, but for now, let's turn our attention to what's happening on the field as Pat Burns steps into the batter's box to face Randerson. It'll be Pat Burns, Andrew Kutnikoff, and Matthew Kutnikoff, the 1-2-3 hitters, to start this game. And it starts off with a ball high out of the strike zone. Beautiful night here for a ball game. Clear, 14 degrees, great weather to sit behind home plate and catch all of the action. And Randerson having a little trouble on that landing area, seemed to slip up a little bit. That sent the pitch high, and Pat Burns ahead in the count at 2-0. Big hack by Burns there, 2-1 the count now. Just before this game, the Galway Hitmen stayed alive in the playoff run, defeating the East Hants Mastodons 4-3 in 8 innings. It was an exciting one, and we expect this one to follow suit. And Randerson getting right back into the at-bat, now has Burns 2-2. Despite all of the rain that this tournament has seen over the past week, a couple of days of long rain delays, everything has been put back into a proper schedule. They got the games caught up as Burns fouls it off to stay alive, and pretty much everything back to normal. Tomorrow we'll see 3 games. The Souk Loggers and Galway Hitmen will play. Winner will advance to face the loser of this contest between the Jacks and the Batmen. And then, of course, the third game will be the final. And Burns staying alive, again fouling off that pitch. I had the opportunity to see the Saskatoon Jacks early on in the tournament. Good combination of speed and power on this team. And a little flare to right field, and that's going to drop in for a hit. Burns puts on the brakes. He took a big turnaround first base with the right fielder coming in on the slide, but he's held to a single to get things going for the Jacks in the top of the first. Valiant effort by Denny Benson to try to get there, but unable to haul it in. And now it's going to be Andrew Kutnikoff. A lot of speed here. Has the capability of the slap hit, and the third baseman for the Toronto Batmen will have to be aware of that. Johnny Baker getting ready, and he's right in there. Bunt shown. Kutnikoff able to pull that back. Corners will stay in for the Batmen here to protect against the bunt. But the goal is to get Burns to second base. Goes for the slap hit, and that will be fouled off the third base side. Kutnikoff working his way up in the order. Last time we caught them, he was down in that 7-8 spot, but his speed very valuable near the top. Shows butt again, puts one down nicely. Third base will go to second. And sliding in is Burns. The throw was low and skipped along the ground, and they couldn't pick it up. So instead of one away and a runner on, it's going to be at first and second. Baker had to rush the throw, and he didn't get it into the chest. And short hop the coverage, and the Jacks in business now. Nobody away, runners at first and second, and Matthew Kutnikoff up to the plate. They'll let him swing away here. Slap to the shortstop. Nice play to get the ball, but unable to make the transition to make the throw. And the Jacks have the bases loaded. That was Mitch McKay with the acrobatic get. But again, his momentum carrying him away from the infield, and just couldn't pull the ball out of his mitt. And Burns is safe at third. So trouble for the Batmen here in the top of the first inning, as the bases are full of Jacks. Braden Arcand up to the bat, the center fielder for the Saskatoon team. This is truly the 1-versus-2 matchup. The Batmen finishing the round, or the preliminary round, with a 5-1 record. So did the Saskatoon Jacks, but it was the Batmen just ahead with the run differential. 25 compared to 23 for Saskatoon. Kutnikoff taking a first pitch strike. Ed Otterman in behind the plate for this game. Randerson coming to the set. Good changeup and got Kutnikov way out in front. 0-2 count. So we've seen a few instances here today. Bases loaded and teams haven't been able to get anybody across. It happened in that game between the Sioux Loggers and Bear Creek Express early on in the contest. The Express ended up losing 11-10 in an extra inning. And a pitch to waste there, count at 1-2. In the game previous to this one, the Galway Hitmen able to load the bases and unable to push runs across the plate. So not always a for sure thing, although nobody out right here for the Jacks. Another big cut. And that's going to be a strikeout for Randerson, who reached out for a little something extra. Now Justin Liskowski coming up to the plate for Saskatoon. Liskowski, a dangerous hitter. Last time I saw him, he was 3 for 4, including a home run. He slides into the 5th spot in this Saskatoon lineup. Right down the foul territory. Was right on top of that offering, though. The Batman defense making sure everybody's on the same page. Rip down the line like that could possibly clear the bases. Burns starting off with a single. Kutnikov getting aboard as an errant throw to second allowed everybody to get where they needed to be. And then Matthew Kutnikov with a hard hit infield single. Boisterous crowd here encouraging their respective teams. Braden Arcan struck out. And now it's up to Justin Liskowski to try to get the momentum going again. Timeout called by the Batmen, and they'll reset here. Liskowski right on top of it again. Just fouls it off. He finds himself down 1-2. There have been moments in games where things go quickly. This is a moment where players tend to slow it down a little bit. Every little motion counts. And now the back catcher calling time. Randerson finally set. And that's snubbed to second base. And a good job by the base runner. That was Matthew Kutnikov as the ball went straight to the second baseman. Kutnikov stood still, and that allowed the run to come in from third base. Andrew Kutnikoff goes to third. Laskowski ends up at first on the fielder's choice. So still a threat here in the top of the first. Jordan Hudson coming to the plate. He's actually going to be the starting pitcher for the Jacks, and they want his bat in there. So a chance for Hudson to help himself here and drive in a run. Big hack as he fouls that one off. Back to Matthew Kutnikoff's base running. He got up close to the second baseman and stopped. And at that point, it was a tag play. But it took so long, it allowed Laskowski to get the first. And again, no play at the plate at all as Burns came in to score. So 1-0 lead for the Jacks here in the top of one. Nice change of speeds there by Randerson to get Hudson out in front. Encouragement from the corners to their pitcher. Always an important part of the game, knowing your defense is in behind you. Opportunity for Randerson to finish the inning off by himself. And that's what he's going to do as Hudson swings through for a strikeout and the third out of the inning. So 2 runs on 2 hits for the Jacks to open things up here in the nightcap. And a 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the first. Owen Torrey from Williamsford, Ontario. Where is that? That's up near Owen Sound. Mitch McKay, the shortstop. Tyler Paulai will be sliding in. The Mitchell native batting third. Let's run down the Saskatoon Jacks. Defensive setup, playing first base, will be Justin Laskowski. Over at second, Will Major. Third baseman will be Troy Kuzminka. Shortstop will be, and missed the number on that. Left field will be Andrew Kutnikoff, and center fielder Braden Arcand, and in right field will be Pat Burns, and there it is. It's going to be Brant Wiebe, number 19, the shortstop for the Jacks. And, of course, catching will be Max Major, and in the pitcher circle will be Jordan Hudson, number 17. So, and I have company.
Yeah, Steve, I thought I'd come up and join you. Bertie Burnett from Kitchener Fastball Promotions. Believe it or not, Steve, we are all caught up from those 2 days of rain that we had on Tuesday and Thursday. It's been a bit of an interesting day with games moving all over the place. I think this is our 8th iteration of the schedule. But we now sit poised to go into Sunday with the actual Sunday schedule.
Well, sometimes it's a test, and the way you make adjustments proves just how professional everybody is. And it's been great all around to see the games get in, and we're down to the Final Four as the Jacks, the Toronto Batmen, and then it's the Sauk Loggers and Galway Hitmen tomorrow. So the Final Four are into the mix after this division of the tournament started on Tuesday or Wednesday?
It was supposed to start on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It actually got off on Wednesday. I mean, it was only one game on Tuesday, but that game got moved to Thursday, which got moved to Friday.
So Hudson is all ready to begin his journey here in the bottom of the first inning for the Batman. Owen Torrey coming up to the plate. Torrey with a good set of wheels. In the junior ranks, Torrey, one of the pitchers here at the men's level. Position player and good stick. That offering low in the strike zone, and Torrey gets a piece of it. Corners for the Jacks playing right at the bases. Not too worried about an attempted bunt at this part of the game. Hudson finds himself in a 2-2 battle. There's a shot by Torrey. That's deep to left field. Will it carry? No. And a reach out by the left fielder for the Jacks. Andrew Kutnikoff had to race back for it in the last minute, reached to his left and was able to pull it in. And it's just a long fly out for the first out of the inning. A little bit of a charge. Mitch McKay now, the shortstop for the Batmen, coming up to the plate. We've seen the ball carry here at points throughout the week for sure.
Well, it's interesting. Today I was scorekeeping down on Diamond 2, and the wind came from 4 different directions during the game. One direction blew dust right into our eyes, and the other blew our papers away. And
usually we call that a tornado.
But it was changing directions all the time, so. I think it's died down a bit here tonight. But it is once again a cold night, and the fans that are here are in blankets and winter jackets, but enjoying the game.
And McKay goes down swinging for the second out. And now Tyler Pauli due up. I first met Tyler Pauli years ago. He was the captain of the Mitchell Hawks Junior C Hockey Club. Found out he played a little bit of fastball too. And he'll chop it to short. Quick send over to first base, and that will do it for the Batmen in the first. They go down in order. And it is still the Saskatoon Jacks 1-0. They'll get their bottom of the order up. Max Major, the 7th hitter, followed by Troy Kuzminka and Will Major to face Tyler Randerson. We have a couple of moments here. A lot of people come together to put this together, Bernie, and a lot of sponsorships as well.
I was going to say, Steve, we mentioned the schedule changes on Tuesday and Thursday. Thursday was quite extensive, but a testament to our volunteers is that they get a schedule at the start of the week, and then it gets blown apart, and they stick around and go with the flow and help us out and keep on staying so that we can get caught back up. But it's anything but regular. The city staff did a great job of getting the diamonds back into shape. If you look out there now, you wouldn't even know that it was puddles of water Tuesday and Thursday. They did a yeoman's job in getting them up to shape in quick order, which was helpful in getting us back on track as well.
Randerson looks just about ready to go, and it'll be Max Major, the catcher, coming up to the plate for his first at-bat of the evening. The way this tournament was set up, each team played 6 games in the preliminary round, and then they were seeded based on their final record in that preliminary round. The top 8 teams made the playoff bracket, and from there, depending on how you finish the preliminary round, you were matched up. And after all of those games have been played, we're down to these 2. And then tomorrow morning, the Souk Lockers out of BC will face the Galway Hitmen to see who goes ahead to the next round, the semifinals, and who will end their run here at the Nationals. Randerson ran into a little bit of trouble just an inning ago. A leadoff hit by Pat Burns, and the Jacks able to load the bases. They got 1 in after all the hoopla. And that one's charged deep right field, racing back for it to the fence and crashing through the fence, making a wonderful catch is Denny Benson. Oh, my. That's going to be a home run.
I think he dropped it.
That's going to be a home run.
Yeah, it went in and out of the glove by the looks of it.
So the umpire's arm went up as he raced to the outfield, but it was a home run indicator. Benson looks to be okay as he comes back into the field. Torrey jogging out to make sure everything is on the up and up. And it's going to be a 2-0 lead after Max Major crushed it.
You'll notice that that's a fence within a fence. So we put up a temporary fence that's 250 all the way around. But it's temporary, so when you crash into it, it goes down. And luckily we have fans. Actually, I think that's Jill's, the Softball Canada coordinator, putting the fence back together.
So Benson did get a glove on it, but could not hold on to it as he went through the outfield barrier. And the Jacks have a 2-0 lead now. Big swing and a miss as Kuzminka goes down for the first out of the inning, and now Will Major stepping up to face Randerson.
So in the U23s, we had 7 teams, worked down to 6, and that is over now. In the final, Rostock beat New Hamburg 4-3 to take the championship.
Good close final. The Masters, the third division being played out here this week.
That's also 7 teams. They've whittled down to 6. And there's some results. I'm not sure what they are yet, but they'll go. There's a game going on tonight yet, and then there'll be some. They'll be down to their final 4 as well.
Randerson able to find the zone. 2-1 now on the batter. That's punched to left field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. So Major will keep the inning going here, and that will bring back the top of the order in Pat Burns, and the Jacks hitters heating up here early on in this game. Wonder how much of an appetite the Jacks have to send Major on a steal. Try to keep the pressure on the batman here. We haven't seen too many attempts. There goes Major, and a line drive for the out.
Call that being a psychic there, Steve.
So they did put the hit and run on, and it was a chopper. So Major gets to second base. Burns out on the unassisted play at first. Andrew Krutnikoff now up to the plate. Out in front of that one. Well, it's interesting because I was just going to say we haven't seen too many teams try to steal bases, at least at the games I've been at. There's one through the legs of the catcher, and Major will slide into third. So now just 60 feet away and can score through numerous means. One thing we did see in last game between Galway and the Mastodons, Galway had a runner at first, was called for the leadoff, which is something you don't see too often.
Correct.
That's a great thing about this game. Anything can happen. Big cut. Down 1-2. And as we know, no lead is safe. Stays alive. Fouling off that Randerson offering. Popped up first base side, playable in foul territory, and that's swallowed up for the final out. but not before a Max Major home run gives the Jacks a 2-0 lead. 1 run on the 2 hits, 1 runner left on base, and we go to the bottom of the second. I'm going to clean my glasses, make sure I have a clearer view for next time. Denny Benson, Cody Skelton, and Corey Way coming up to the plate for the Batmen to face the pitcher Jordan Hudson.
Speaking of unsafe leads, just a couple games ago, the Souk from BC had a 7-1 lead on Bear Creek. Bear Creek came back to tie it in the 7th, and it was 7-7 going into the extra innings. In the top of the 8th, Souk scored 4 runs, and then the Bearcats got 3 of those back, had a runner at second, 2 out, and managed to hang on to win. I'd like to put a shout out also to Waterloo Region Sport Hosting. Is an area organization that tries to bring big events here to Kitchener-Waterloo. We got the Ontario Summer Games. We had a successful bid, but they support us financially and through marketing, and it's a big help in order for us to be able to run events of this size.
So here comes Denny Benson, the right fielder, who's coming off a defensive adventure in right field, crashing through the front fence, trying to haul in a ball. It didn't work out his way. Now he'll try to even the field and get things started in the Batman's bottom of the second. Takes a first pitch strike from Hudson. I think that was a "Go Daddy Go" shout from the crowd. That's always
exactly
good when they're on your side.
That's coming from 3 boys.
Problem is sometimes when you say "Go Daddy Go," which daddy? Could be a few of them.
Not only that, it puts a lot of pressure on the poor dad.
And Benson drives it deep to center field. Is it playable to the fence? And this one is a home run. So look at that. Benson
Way to go, Dad.
is the victim in the first one, and then he comes to the plate and returns the favor.
In exactly the same way. I thought he had that one.
It looked like Arkand had a beat on it and goes crashing into the fence. Benson comes up with the solo shot. It's now 2-1. Batman cutting the lead in half.
Way to go, Dad.
Well, the grounds crew able to get the fence back up in quick order. Cody Skelton up to the plate right now.
That, again, it's the Softball Canada official guys that are out there, and they're fixing the fence. That's great.
Big cut by Skelton. But he's down 1-2. And he'll go down swinging. Out number 1, Corey Way, coming up to the plate. Takes a first pitch strike. And wow, is the home plate umpire hearing it from the batter and the crowd.
I think that crowd was Corey's mom and dad.
Didn't see a lot of look backs or body language through the preliminary round, but a little more at stake here as we get deeper into the night and headed into Sunday.
Yeah, relatively speaking, Blue's been doing a good job. And there hasn't been too much anger on the field, although you're right, it's growing. I think with each game, as you get closer to the championship, it gets a little more tense.
Again, the loser of this game is still in the mix. They have to just play an extra game to get to that final and then go from there. But it's not going to be easy. And strike 3 called on Way. He'll sit down. Derek Hyde.
It's an interesting format because essentially these two teams could be back in the final playing one another again.
So Benson leading off the inning with the home run. And then Hudson kicked it into a higher gear and has struck out the last 2 batters. And he's ahead of Hyde right now, 0-2. And a nice punch to left field, and that's going to be stopped by the left fielder, throw into second base. And that's going to hold Hyde to a solid single. And an athletic play by Kutnikoff as he slid on his knees to block the ball. It bounced to his right, and he had to reach back with his bare hand to snag it. And basically in one motion threw it to second. And that held Hyde to the single. So now it's the
incredible stop. He actually overran it because of the crazy hop.
Johnny Baker, the third baseman, steps in to the box now. I never had that problem, overrunning a ball. I never had that type of speed.
Which goes to show is an advantage in some cases.
So Baker up to the plate with 2 away. McKay on deck. And Hudson now having a little trouble finding the zone. A 3-0 pitch coming up here. Baker, does he have the green light to swing at something he likes? Nope, taken all the way. Didn't even flinch. Couldn't hold up on that one. They'll check it. Sure enough, yes, he did go around. And now we're up to 3-2. Swung at ball 4 there. And Hudson on cue picks up his 5th strikeout of the game, so 2 hits, 1 run. And the Batmen able to climb back into this one. We go to the top of the 3rd. The Jacks leading 2-1, and they'll have Kutnikoff, Arkand, and Laskowski, the 3, 4, 5 hitters, due up to face Randerson.
Steve, you mentioned sponsorship and support of the event. Just like to mention a couple things. One is Montana's came through and sponsored the event by feeding all the volunteers. So all week long, the volunteers have been getting meals from Montana's. They've been wonderful. Also, Expressway Ford donated a van, the use of a van to drive the umpires back and forth from the hotel to the ball diamond. Little things like that really help out to make a tournament run well and run smoothly, and it's good to have our volunteers appreciated like that.
Well, Kitchener Fastball Promotions, of course, one of the anchors of this. Anything big coming up in the mix for next season being planned?
Some things we're working on. We're not 100% sure yet, but we'll be certain to let people know if there are.
Randerson coming in for his 3rd inning of work for the Batmen. Matthew Kutnikoff with a single back in the 1st inning. Everybody seems to be ready to get back to work as we start the top of the 3rd. And that off the foot of Kutnikoff. He'll take a walk back towards the dugout and shake things out. I know they call it a softball, but when it comes off the bat that hard, it's hardly soft.
True.
Saw an interesting play the other day. The ball was fouled off by the batter hit him around the ankle, but then his backswing came back and hit the catcher in the arm, so both were on the ground in a little bit of discomfort as Kutnikov slams it foul third base side.
I witnessed also some fairly major umpire injuries. We had one yesterday, I believe it was, where an umpire got hit fairly hard in the head. I mean, the catcher and the umpire, you got to give them credit for getting in there doing what they do.
There's a shot by Kutnikov to left field, and that's going to get down. Paulai got to it, and because of his awareness, able to keep Kutnikov to a long single. Braden Arcand coming up, strikeout victim back in the first inning. I think I said it before, Bernie, it doesn't matter how much padding you wear, somehow that ball finds the open spot.
Well, even if it hits the padding in places, it's pretty tough.
Nice hold up there by Arcand.
I think the masks have gotten better over the years in terms of absorbing the shock, but it's still, those balls are moving.
Interesting, Kutnikov on first base, still trying to stretch out a little bit after taking that foul ball. Doing a lot of hammy stretches out there. And that's low along the ground, and Arcand's worked it to a 3-0 count. Taking all the way. Good changeup fouled off, and now the count works to 3-2. Good changeup by Randerson, and he gets Arcand swinging for the first out of the inning. Justin Laskowski coming up. Fielder's choice in his first plate appearance here this evening. He's got some pop in his stick. Runner at first base. And a first pitch strike delivered by Randerson.
You know, we've had pretty good weather today, and that has resulted in a fairly large fan base. Good crowds throughout the day.
And another opportunity to see some great ball tomorrow.
Well, we're getting down to the finals, and so now you've got good teams, really good teams left battling each other.
Shot up the gut, and that will advance the runner to second. Laskowski with the solid single. And now Jordan Hudson, with one out, has a runner in scoring position to work with.
I think you said it well, Steve, when you said there's no safe situation, and throughout the tournament there's been numerous comebacks, and just wonderful ball to watch, exciting.
Defense playing straight away. Well, we're to the point here in the third on a teeter-totter because the Jacks are threatening opportunity to cushion their lead a little bit here. The Batmen don't want things to get away from them. And Randerson calling for time and pausing to make sure everything is set up correctly for the next delivery. Hudson over the top of it. Major waiting on deck, and all he did last inning was crush a home run deep to right field. And Randerson nowhere near on that pitch. Looks to be in a little bit of discomfort there after that shot. He'll try to settle in there. And that's chopped foul. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And down goes Hudson. 2 away. Major coming to the plate. And the extensive pause by Randerson pays off as he takes control of that situation. Now he has to deal with number 13. Major really leans back in that stance, gets that weight on the left foot, trying to drive through the ball. Takes that one for a ball. we commented on some of the batting stances last game. It's fun to watch the different, unique ways players will set up in the box to make themselves comfortable. All about routine and timing.
You'd think there'd be a basic stance that would everyone would take, but it's very individualistic. Same principles, but players use different ways to get there.
Catcher calling time. I don't think Randerson's 100% here, Bernie. A few pitches ago,
he looked a little uncomfortable.
He looked uncomfortable coming away from the pitch. So a little bit of a discussion.
It seemed to be a strategy discussion, so hard to say when you can't hear.
Randerson's really slowed the pace down here. There's a little bit of heat, gets Major to swing through. Now the volume turns up in the crowd. And that didn't get through. And Randerson again with that left leg. He'll look at the landing spot, but here comes the trainer. That delivery did not look comfortable.
No. Talk about the batting stance and the batters. It blows my mind how batters can go up there and swing and miss by a foot, and the next pitch, they get solid contact and knock it out of the park. How can that be?
So taking a look at that left leg of Randerson as he flexes a little bit, the trainer right in there with the catcher and discussing. Everybody seems to be happy with the conversation, and Randerson patting down that landing area. Still has Major to deal with, 3-2 with 2 out. Runners at first and second. Matthew Kutnikoff led off with a single, then a strikeout, then a single by Laskowski, then a strikeout. So if you're going patterns, Major's due for a single here. And he gets a piece of it. Just a tip. Hyde unable to hold on to it, so the at-bat continues for one Major. Chop to second, and Torrey able to swallow it up and makes the force play. And that will end the inning. So the Jacks get 2 hits, but they strand both runners. And it remains 2-1 for Saskatoon as we head to the bottom of 3. So we'll have to keep an eye on Randerson as well as everybody goes back to the dugout, and I'm sure there'll be some discussions. And see if anybody gets up into the left field area for a warm-up while the batmen take their swings. Here comes Hudson, ready to get back to work.
A couple other organizations that have helped us out. If you look down the right field line, you'll see a big white canopy tent and a little blue tent beside it. And that's our beer tent, staple at every fastball tournament. And we are sponsored by Molson's. Off to the right, up the right field line, is a food truck run by Village Caterers, serving up Philly cheesesteaks and pork on a bun and chicken fingers and fries for the fan base. Always important parts of an event, fastball tournament event.
I think you get a good vantage point if you set up the broadcast booth by the food truck. Due up for the batman, the number 9 hitter, Mason McKay. And then it'll go back to the top of the order in Owen Torrey and Mitch McKay.
Yeah, shout out to Conestoga College and CCDTV that's live streaming these events. Furhan is on hand every night, hoping he can stay till past midnight, which we've accommodated for most of our nights this week. Fran, we actually might have you home by 11:30 tonight. No promises.
Hey, Jordan, come on, Jordan, you got this, buddy. Come on now.
And Hudson with the first offering.
Looking out, and the other diamonds are done. So this is our last game of the evening right here.
Well, this is the big one. Will determine at least one finalist. And they'll get to sleep in.
Oh, everybody gets to sleep in tomorrow. We don't start till 10, Steve.
Hudson working ahead here, 1-2.
Certainly, if you're in the area, come on down on Sunday. You'll see some really good ball. Game started at 10, the final's at 3.
Galway is the defending champ, I believe. So they're still in the mix. Look out.
Whoa.
That's driven towards the food truck there.
At head level.
On the right side.
Hey, honey, you're way up on him, way up on him. Let's go, Jordan. Come on, Jordan, you're way up on him.
McKay stung that, but way behind
Jordan.
in the swing. That a little too high. Cheers of endearment as McKay extends this at bat with a foul ball. Making Hudson work here in the bottom of the third. Chop to the shortstop. Has to be quick, and is. And McKay's erased on the 6-3 throw. You know, it always amazes me when you get to a playoff round, a playoff game, how everything gets put under the microscope. It's the margin of error shrinks. Every play is under scrutiny, and it's just all those little habits by players seem to slow down or expand a little bit. Everybody is watching intently. Owen Torrey up to the plate now as he fouls off the first pitch. Flew out to left field back in the first inning.
I think, too, Steve, as you work towards the final and the teams weed out just weaker, I guess, for lack of a better term, those moments you're talking about are even more poignant, but the pitching's better, the batting's better, and it becomes quite the contest.
Come on, Jordan. Come on, Jordan.
Little limbo by Torrey to get underneath that rise ball on the inside.
I think we called that chin music.
Drives it deep to left center field, and Torrey's going to end up at second on a nice double. Gets the bench going and finds himself in scoring position. Mitch McKay, the shortstop, coming up to the plate. Struck out back in the first inning, but now has a runner at second base, and the Batmen looking for the tying run here as they trail. Major wanted to check up with his pitcher. They get everything settled. Mitch trying to go with the pitch, but foul down the third base side. To the shortstop, quick throw over, and they get the out at first. McKay erased on the 6-3 throw, but Torrey advances to third. And now it's Tyler Paulai stepping up to face Hudson, and something happening. I got third base here, pulls, and I think, is that Torrey on the bag? He's being looked at by the trainer. So something happened as he pulled into third base.
Certainly wasn't watching, so I don't know what happened.
The shortstop played the ball to the third base side, immediately went to first, and Torrey will try to walk it off. Definitely something in the lower body, as it's his right leg as he's trying to flex it out.
Sometimes
Little
when you
sprint down the line.
come hard into a bag and hit it, and it jolts.
Yeah, just a little bit of a twinge.
Seems
Looks
to
like
be
he'll
okay.
stay in the game. So number 66 is ready to go again, which is good news for the Batmen. Here's Pauli. Opportunity to drive in the tying run. Hudson's going to call time as he leaned off the plate. Down the third base side and foul ball. So the home plate umpire immediately jumping out from behind the plate, calling it a foul ball. And it looked like it twisted foul just before the third base bag. Right idea by Pauli. Just didn't get it to walk the tightrope. Now the third baseman will close up ranks a little bit. They'll check for the swing. No, he did not go. Just out in front of that one as it sails over the backstop. And now Pauli finds himself down 1-2 in the count. So both outs coming on 6-3 throws, shortstop to first. Torrey with a double. And right now sitting on third base after moving over on a fielder's choice. Pauli stays alive.
That one caught the umpire a bit.
And Pauli fooled on that one as it was outside, and a flip of the bat in frustration. That will strand Torrey at third base, and the Jacks come out of the inning. So just the one hit and a runner left on base. Still 2-1 Saskatoon as we go to the top of the fourth. Kuzminka, Major, Burns due up for the Jacks.
Also, with sponsorship, Steve, we have financial sponsors. I'd like to do a shout out to them. We have ME, Miller's Electric, Hallman Construction, and Iron Horse Financial Solutions, to mention a few.
So Tyler Randerson coming back out to the pitcher's circle, and he's having some discussions here and still looking at that area where he's landing.
Come on, Jack, let's go.
And he's going to talk to the home plate umpire. Needs a ball. That usually helps. Doesn't matter how much dirt and fill and padding you do in the pitcher circle there, Bernie's. Pitchers find a way to tear it up pretty good.
Well, and they each have their own style and their own landing spot, so you can have multiple holes, or if two holes get side by side, it becomes one big bad hole. So tomorrow, Steve, I believe, from what I've heard, is they will go, they will go to a 4-man umpire system. Throughout the tournament, we've had 3. And I believe U23 started with 2, and then in the playoffs went to 3. The thing with 4 umpires is if there's a wrong call, then it looks really bad. Should give out a shout out to Softball Canada officials. They're the ones that ultimately make the decisions when we have rain delays and as to what we're going to do, and make the ultimate decisions in consultation with us at Kitchener Fastball Promotions and with the city workers. But in the end, they make the final decisions. And so a lot of that is their responsibility, and they've done a really good job this tournament with the two rain days that we had.
Randerson back to work. And again, just looking a little awkward delivering that pitch. Swing and a miss. And we have a pinch hitter for the Saskatoon Jacks. It's Kalen Robinson stepping in. So Kuzminka was due up in the lineup, and they've lifted him for Robinson.
One of the disadvantages being up here is we don't get told what the changes are, so we just have to recognize them as they happen.
So no cue on why the change, because Minka started at third base. Came up to bat in the second, struck out. And now Robinson as a pinch hitter. But we saw that in the game previous where both teams went to their benches extensively to try to get a spark going. We're in the top of the fourth.
Come on, Kalen, be the leader here. Let's go, 20. Come on.
And the batman doing everything to give Randerson some extra breathing room in between pitches. Keep an eye on that left leg as it comes down on the delivery. No action in the Batman bullpen, so to speak. All quiet down in that foul territory in left field. And Robinson stays alive with a foul ball. It's just the mannerisms, Bernie. Like when the defense gets the ball, they're rubbing it down on a leg. They're walking it slowly to the pitcher's circle. It's not a, rub it, quick snap back and get things going. It's a deliberate slowdown between every pitch.
Well, and we've run a lot of tournaments, and we're running into issues of time and talking to umpires and talking to upper officials. The rules are there. They're just not enforced. Umpires say they're unenforceable, probably due to the fact that they haven't enforced them for a while. But between batters stepping out longer than they should and pitchers taking longer than they should and catchers taking longer than they should, it really extends the time of the game. And we have 2-hour time slots, and we're pressed to get the game within 2 hours, even if it's a regular game, 7-inning game, let alone if it goes to extra innings. So that combined with rainouts makes it very, very, very challenging to run a tournament and keep it going on time.
Here's Will Major for the Jacks. A single back in the second inning, was stranded at third.
The answer, of course, is a pitch clock, which brings a whole new set of rules with it, but also a whole new set of expenses.
Chopped up the middle, scooped up at short, and fired for the out. And Major is put out on the 6-3. And now Pat Burns coming up to the plate. Single back of the first. Chopped one to the first baseman, officially 1 for 2 on the night. And a little bit of a off-speed offering. Called for a strike. That one was close. Went for a ball, though. The Batmen coming up in the bottom of the fourth have the 4, 5, and 6 headers due up. Trying to get a beat on Hudson. Only Benson's home run is been marked on the board for the Batmen. And what's been a close one so far. That one got away from Randerson. And Burns takes the walk. So the inning extended with Andrew Kutnikoff coming to the plate, officially 0 for 2 on the night. There goes Burns, foul ball. I think Burns had that bag all the way on the steal. Kutnikoff just couldn't hold up the swing and fouled it off. Oh, 2 pitch. It gets by the catcher. Kutnikoff is going to get there. And Burns ends up at third base.
Throw went right into the runner's back.
And that's always the danger on that type of play.
Here's the orange bag extension, but the throw's got to go to the white bag.
And Hyde, where he was, had to throw crossways through the runner. And
didn't work out.
That's not the easiest play to make. So inning continues with runners at the corners and Matthew Kutnikoff up at the plate. He's 2 for 2 tonight.
One out.
There is 2 out.
2 out.
Kutnikoff has speed at first. More than likely to see him try to swipe second at some point. Chopped off the plate. Randerson's, they're going to let it go foul.
Wow, that was a good play.
And nice version of the Toronto Batman croquet team as it went through the wickets of 2 players and they let it go foul. The old stand the bat up on the plate.
And the umpire swept around it.
Sweeps around it. Well, you don't want to take down a piece of art like that. The fun within the game. So Burns at third, Kutnikoff at first, and it's Matthew Kutnikoff up at the plate. And now he's down 0-2. Sometimes you get to this point and you swing at anything close and it loops out for a base hit. Just get the bat head on the ball. And not this time. Big strikeout by Randerson as Kutnikoff goes down swinging, 2 runners stranded. So no runs, no hits. The Jacks come up empty, but still lead 2-1. For the Batmen, They'll go to the bottom of 4 with Denny Benson leading things off. Cody Skelton, Corey Way looking to even things up here.
Can't hear you, boys. Can't hear you, boys. Let's go.
Couple other financial sponsors: MTE, MHBC, McCarter Grespin Lawyers. Again, all these financial sponsorships help us to run a good event. Another big help to our event is if you come down to the ball yard and come and watch some games. Makes the games a lot more exciting when you have people in the stands.
10 a.m. start time tomorrow for the first game.
Exactly, and it's supposed to be a pretty nice day. Our evenings here are really nice and crisp, but they've been very cold. And people have come out, but we have toques and blankets and winter coats and hoodies. I was driving the cart last night, and most of my rides were people, the sun would come out and be really warm, and then they would go behind the clouds and be really cold. So most of my rides were people going back to their car to get their coat.
While looking at the weather forecast for tomorrow, sunny and a high of 23.
Yes.
Perfect. That is within the realm of perfect for Sunday afternoon or Sunday playoff ball.
Finally.
Big swing by Benson. Crushed a home run to deep center field back in the second inning. That's the only Batman run so far here tonight. Chops it up the middle, picked up by the second baseman. Has to hurry the throw, and not in time. Benson on with the infield hit.
That was a
Will
tough.
Major had a hustle for that one, but his momentum was carrying him away from first base, and he had to put a little extra on the throw. Didn't get
And
there
I think
on
if
time.
he'd let it go to the shortstop, they might have still run it out.
Come on, honey, come on.
Here's Cody Skelton, struck out back in the second inning. Big hack at that first pitch by Hudson. Home plate umpire pointing something down to the.
I think the
Is it?
the
they're
helmet, the helmet
Yeah,
on
they're
the
saying you got to
the
put the
stuff
helmet on or put it away.
on the field.
Yeah,
on
can't
the
have
grass.
it on the field. It was funny. The home plate umpire was pointing to the first base umpire,
Hey,
and
what?
he made the same sign. It's like, no. It's what's going on down where the warm up is happening.
Okay, honey, stay with them,
It's a
buddy.
good catch. You never know if a ball might go that way and ricochet off.
Yeah, that's Devin McCullough warming up in the right field area. Hudson has allowed 1 run on 4 hits. He has 5 strikeouts tonight so far. So just to note, Kuzminka is playing third base. He was lifted for a pinch hitter and then re-entered. That's a foul ball. So with McCullough warming up down the right field side, how far do they let Hudson go? So far, he's pretty much in control. Gave up the leadoff single to Benson, but he gets Skelton to swing for the first out of the inning and the 6th strikeout on the night for Hudson. Corey Way coming up to the plate, strikeout victim back in the 2nd.
Okay, Jordan, come on now. Come on, Jordan, like you can, Jordan.
Rip to the shortstop, go to 2nd for 1, go to first base, not in time, and a big stretch by Kutnikov, and slow to get up off the turf, and he'll take a little bit of a walk to make sure everything is okay.
Heck of a grab there at short. Good feed to 2nd. Corey Way got down to first fairly quickly.
Derek Hyde now the batter for the Batmen.
Way to go, Matty. Way to go, Matty. Way to stretch in there, Matt. Go, Jordan. Go, honey. Way to fire.
Hyde couldn't hold up on that offering.
There, honey. Way to go, 17. Come on, Jordan. Come on, Jordan. Good kid. Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack. Let's hear your voice. Let's go.
A little bit of a play group happening down at the bottom of the stairs below us.
I'm afraid that they might be adventuring up sooner or later.
Help them out, boys. Come on, Jack.
They have Junior J's days. We could have.
Here we run the stairs to the broadcast booth instead of around the bases.
Come on, boys. Come on, help them out. Let's go.
Hudson trying to end the inning here. And Hyde makes sure he gets another opportunity.
Way to go, Jordan. Come on, finish him now. Come on, Jordan. Come on, Jordan. Come on, Jordan.
2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of 4. Hudson wants a reset of signals.
One more, Jordan. Come on, Jordan. One more.
Runners going, ball pushed to foul territory. And they'll have to do it all again.
Come on, Jordan. Come on, Jordan. Come on, Jordan. One more, Jordan. One more. Come on, Jack.
2-2 pitch. Chopped up the middle. Pick up by the shortstop. Nice throw to first, and they get the out.
Nice play.
6-3, and that will strand the runner on the base pass. So the Batmen come up empty, still trail by 1 going to the top of the 5th.
Be remiss not to mention the commentators, of which you are one, Steve, but we've had a host of commentators throughout the week. Fred Wallace from Owen Sound was down for the first 3 days of the tournament. Steve's been here for a couple days. Justin Kohler and a bunch of other announcers. So we really appreciate the professionalism that they bring to the broadcast. And, of course, Conestoga College TV, CCDTV. It's always a pleasure to have them around. And we are broadcasting all the games from the main diamond here, Diamond 1 at Peter Hallman Ball Yard.
That'll be the highlight tomorrow with the 3 games here. And they brought out the works crew here.
Finally.
They will add some foundation here and pat it down.
Cha-ching, cha-ching. That gets added to our bill. That stuff's not cheap. Some fan had suggested that at home plate and out in the pitcher's mound that at a certain depth you should just put concrete so they don't dig it up too far.
Could blow a toe, but
I always laugh because, at the start of each game they do the line markings, and for the pit around the pitcher mound, they do the line up and down the right and left lines, and then they do the batter box. The batter box is gone after the first batter.
I think that the first thing they do is wipe out that back line, and then then they work on the line in front of there, and it's.
The box actually becomes a trough fairly quickly as they get settled in there. Actually, one game I saw the umps call the back of the box. I'm going, because normally you don't see that, and they get back pretty far. It is an advantage to get back further because it ball has to travel a little bit further. We're talking milliseconds.
So the crew has come out and done its job to patch things up in the pitcher circle. And the batman will take to the field. Owen Torrey works his way back to shortstop. Going back a couple innings ago, he came into third base a little hard and jammed something up in his right leg, seemed to be able to walk it off. He's back defensively. Leading it off for the Jacks, Braden Arcand, who has struck out twice. So 0 for 2 on the night. The Jacks lead 2-1 in the top of the 5th. Never enough. Not one-run lead. Not safe enough. Randerson working away at the warm-up here, and that seems to be much better of a landing for him. He seems to be more comfortable with that, and the batman will get ready to go. Arcand steps up to the plate, number 27. And we're underway in the top of the 5th. Randerson fires it in there for a strike. Chop to the third base side. That's foul, though. Nice job by Arcan to hold up. And for the third time tonight, Arcan goes down on strikes for the first out of an inning. Justin Liskowski stepping up to the plate. A single back in the third. He was stranded. 1 for 2. And punches this into the gap. That's going to be 2 for sure. And Liskowski's going to hold up there as it's brought back into the infield in a hurry. And what a shot by Liskowski. Jordan Hudson stepping up to the plate now. He's been a strikeout victim twice tonight. He's got a runner at second. And we're going to get a pinch runner in.
Way to go, Justin. Way to go, Justin.
Number 16 as we pull up the list. It's going to be Ryan Bicknell as the pinch runner. So Hudson coming up to the plate. Another opportunity here to help himself out. Bicknell at second base. Runs have come at a premium here so far this evening, so getting Bicknell in here from second would be huge. And he's been able to work ahead into the count 2-0 now. Looks at a strike. 2-1. Misses on that one, but the block by the catcher gets away, and that will allow Bicknell, who came in as a pinch runner, to get to third base. So now a few opportunities to get this runner into home. But won't be able to do it on that, and another strikeout as Hudson goes down for the third time tonight. 2 away, Max Major stepping into the batter's box. A home run back in the second. That was a solo shot. Bicknell just standing 60 feet away, chomping at the bit to cross home plate. And there's a shot deep to left field. That's back. Pauli can't get to it. It's over his head. Bicknell's going to score. And sliding into third base is Major with a triple. That ball just kept carrying over Pauli's head. He was racing back for it and tried to lunge for the ball just as it reached the fence, but unable to haul it in, and Major's at third, and the Jacks lead 3-1.
Like you say, it looked like he had a beat on it and just kept carrying. Sure, the Jacks would be quite happy to plate yet another run this inning.
Yeah, so Bicknell goes back to third because Major's the catcher. So the 2-out catcher rule puts Bicknell looking for a repeat performance here. Here's Troy Kuzminka at home plate, ready to swing away. And that goes high. Here comes Bicknell, throw. And he gets under the tag. Randerson is furious. And the rest of the umpire crew will have to come in. So the coach for the Batmen saying that the ball was there in time, and the umpire at home plate, the indication right away was safe as Bicknell came in low with the slide. So the Batmen will take a moment here in the pitcher's circle. Randerson collecting himself after the dust flew. We have a great vantage point right over home plate. We don't have the depth, but the slide came low and the throw was high. Randerson was over the runner. And the indication was that the foot of Bicknell, who slid in, got to the plate before the tag was applied. So bases are clear for the Jacks. Kuzminka still at the plate. It's a 4-1 lead for the Jacks. Again, the Toronto Batmen will continue in the tournament if they can't come back to win this game, but the road gets a little tougher as they would face the winner of Galway and Sook tomorrow. Sook and Galway playing at 10 a.m., and then the loser of this game plays at 12:30 versus one of those two teams. Kuzminka, hot shot to third, fired over to first, and that will do it for the inning, but not before the Jacks push two across, and they now lead 4-1. So 2 runs on 2 hits, including a hard double by Justin Liskowski. The Batmen have some work to do. It'll be Baker McKay, the 8 and 9 hitters, and then Owen Torrey top the lineup. That will face Devin McCullough, number 12, coming in to pitch. And I think the decision was made pretty quickly once the Jacks built that lead, Bernie, to bring in McCullough to try to shut the door.
Yep. And if you've been with us all week, you'll know that no lead is safe. So don't leave your set.
So Baker tonight, 0 for 1, a strikeout back in the second inning. That was against Hudson. Now he'll have to face McCullough.
One of the good things here at Peter Holman Ball is we can keep the lights on all night. A lot of ballparks shut down at 11. We would be shut down by now. Not to mention the 1 o'clock finishes we've had on the rainout days on Tuesday and Thursday. In fact, we went almost to 1 o'clock on Wednesday as well, trying to get things in.
I've been there once on the ball field. I was in left field, and we're sitting there waiting for the inning to get underway, and all of a sudden the lights went out because it hit 11 o'clock. And at that point, back in the day, you had to wait like half an hour
for the lights
to cool down before you could jack them back up again. So safe to say that game did not finish.
It took another half hour to come up.
And McCullough's got a little steam in behind him as he whips it past Baker.
I played in a tournament in Barrie on the long weekend way back in the day where we went up the back end of a double knockout, and we were playing at 12 o'clock midnight was the start of our evening game, and 8 o'clock in the morning was our next game.
So you just pitched a tent in foul territory and stayed over. McCullough working way ahead here on Baker.
Come on, Deb. Come on, Deb.
And punches out Baker for the first out of the inning. Mason McKay grounded out to the shortstop back in the third. And all you can do for the Batman on the bench now is encourage as the hitters looking to solve Jack's pitching. Third base, hard throw for the out despite the speedy McKay, and there's quickly 2 away. Here's Owen Torrey, takes a ball high.
Come on, Devin. Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack. Come on, boy.
Well, out of the three pitchers we've seen tonight, McCullough definitely the quickest worker out of the three.
No kidding. Effective so far.
Jacks inserting their hurry-up offense. Big pitch and gets Torrey swinging, and it's a quick 3 up, 3 down for the Batman. And the Jacks will go back to work. Top of the 6 on its way, and a 4-1 lead for Saskatoon. Will Major, Pat Burns, Andrew Kutnikoff scheduled to come up to the plate here. And we're going to get a pitching change here for the Batman. So that will finish the night for Randerson, and it's going to be Dustin Veenhoff coming in to pitch for Toronto. I saw Veenhoff pitch earlier this week, Wednesday, when the Batman faced the Waterdown Hammer, and Veenhoff was pretty much unhittable in his complete game effort there. The Jacks owe a little more of a potent offense, one would argue.
Well, the beauty of bringing them in now is all of their pitchers are going to be well rested by the time they get to the final tomorrow. It's no sense draining one pitcher and perhaps losing and then having to play more. So
and Veenhoff being the left-handed thrower he is, it'll be a different look for Jacks hitters. Here comes Will Major. He is 1 for 2 on the night, a single back in the second inning. Almost looks effortless on that delivery. Takes a strike looking, and Major pointing to the plate. Pretty emphatic about his viewpoint on that called strike. And swing and a miss for the first down of the inning. Burns stepping into the batter's box. He is 1 for 2 And a walk back in the fourth. Wienhoff quick to work as well. The game's pace picking up here between McCullough in the bottom of the fourth and now, or bottom of the fifth, and now the top of the sixth. Chop foul.
And really, you know, Steve, this should be the pace of the game all along. If you want to get a game in under 2 hours.
Burns staying alive. That one got away from Wienhoff. So unless the Jacks explode for a few here, looks like this game's going to go all the way through the seventh. So with the change in pitchers, as Wienhoff looking for a defensive play from his shortstop, but too deep in the hole, Burns will run that out, and he gets another single tonight. With the change in pitching, also the change in catching, Mitch Pringle, number 67, in behind the plate now in place of Derek Hyde. So Burns at first with one away. Here's Andrew Kutnikoff. There goes the runner. Throw down to second base, and Burns is in there head first. Kutnikoff has been on base twice tonight, but he's 0 for 3. An error back in the first, and an error in the second has allowed him to reach. So Kutnikoff now has to work from an 0-2 deficit. And he'll go have a seat for the second out of the inning. Matthew Kutnikoff coming to the plate, 2 for 3. Couple of nice stretches at first base as well tonight. Burns still at second base. So Burns has been on base 3 times tonight. He came around to score back in the first, opening up the scoring for this game, but was stranded back in the fourth and in danger of being stranded here in the sixth. Too far outside. Big cut. And now Kutnikov finds himself at 2-2. And swings it out, offering. Throw down to first to complete the strikeout, and Burns stranded again. So the Jacks unable to convert a Pat Burns single. It remains 4-1, and we go to the bottom of 6. The Batmen have some work to do. They have McKay, Pauli, and Benson due up here to get things going.
So as Steve mentioned, we're back here tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. We have a game at 12:30 as well, and then the final at 3. So we have the top 2 teams currently playing off. So the top team will go right to the final, and the loser will play an extra game, and if they win that, we'll have a rematch.
The other 2 teams in the mix, the Souk Loggers from BC and the Galway Hitmen. McKay, nice play at third, throw over to first, and a great defensive play by Kuzminka to steal a hit away from Mitch McKay. But not only to snag it, but throw from his knees to get the out. McKay throws his helmet in disgust.
He was complimentary on the way back across.
Here's Tyler Pauli, 0 for 2. Yeah, sometimes you just have to tip your cap to the person who made that
great play.
Yet the extraordinary play. Pauli does a good job to fight off that rise ball. Swing and a miss. And Pauli down for the second out of the inning. Denny Benson, 2 for 2 on the night. Skies that out of play behind us and make some roof music.
They come off the roof, Steve?
Better off the roof than my noggin. Benson has seen the ball well tonight, but he's down 0-2 now. And McCullough reaches back for something a little extra. And 2 strikeouts in the inning. And he sits down the batman in order once again. So 2 consecutive innings of 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of 7. Arcand, Liskowski, and Hudson due up. Hudson, of course, came out of the game as McCullough came in to pitch, so we'll see what the batting order looks like. Veenhoff coming out to pitch the inning for the Batman.
So tomorrow's games will be broadcast, but if you're in the vicinity and want to see some really good fastball live, come on down to Peter Hallman Ball Yard. Steve gave the weather report, and it's going to be a grand day for ball tomorrow.
So here's Liskowski getting ready to face Veenhoff. Or check that, Arcand, pardon me, 27. Liskowski on deck. And quickly, Veenhoff is up 0-2. And he takes an 0-2 pitch, chopped to second. Torrey with another grab and spin. And 1 out here in the 7th inning.
You're the man, Justin. Let's go.
So this is Justin Liskowski coming up to the plate. A double in the 5th. He was lifted for a pinch runner who ended up coming in to score. And that's a little looper to the shortstop for the 2nd out. And now number 19, Brent Wiebe, coming in to hit. He's the flex player, so he'll come into the lineup to take in a bat after McCullough replaced Hudson. So the umpire getting all the updates at the scorekeeper's table. He seems to be satisfied. And Wiebe will get his first plate appearance of tonight's game. Jack scored 1 in the first, 1 in the 2nd, and 2 in the 5th. The 4th run coming in and contested after a wild pitch. and a close play at the plate.
Come on, Brett.
And that's going to do it. Struck out looking. Beanoff sits him straight in order, and that does it for the Jacks in the top of the 7th. Can they hold on? They have a 3-run lead. It's 4-1, and McCullough's going to come back out to work the bottom of 7. Skelton, Way, and Hyde coming up.
So I put my clock
1 for 6.
Put my clock on the last 3 innings, and they were all less than 5 minutes. Go figure. We'll see what the Batmen can come up with here in the bottom of the 7th. Need 3 to tie, 4 to win.
Skelton will lead things off. A couple of strikeouts tonight. The Batmen and Saskatoon Jacks finished 1-2 in the standings, both with 5-1 records, but the Batmen had a 25 run differential of 25, the Jacks 23. So by 2 runs, the Batmen finished in first place. So you knew it was going to be close.
Okay, Jack, come on, let's hear you boys. Come on. Hear you, Jack. Come on.
And McCullough quickly up on Skelton, 0-2.
Come on, Jack. Come on, Devin.
Just stays alive on the foul tip.
Put him up in there, Devin. You got him, Devin.
Some sort of warning there.
Way up on him, Devin.
Skied up on the infield. The third baseman, look out, and that will fall in. McCullough came out of the pitcher's circle as it started out to the first base side of the infield, but then tailed over to the third base side because Minka looked down at McCullough, and that look down lost his concentration on the ball, and look, that Skelton's on at first base. So now it's Corey Way, who is 0 for 2 on the night, a strikeout and fielder's choice. So a break for the Batmen here in the top of the 7th on a missed opportunity to get it out.
Come on, Jack. Help him out, boys. Let's hear you, boys. Come on, Jesse. Come on.
Gets Way to chase up high.
Come on, Dad. You got this, buddy. Come on.
Skelton scampering down to second on that wild pitch. So for the Jacks, though, Skelton only represents the second run for the Batmen. So still some room to work with. However, There is nobody out in this inning. And that's inside, and a walk issued to Way. And look out. The Batman starting to build a little bit of a comeback here. Still looking for a run. Here is Mitch Pringle, who came in to catch for Derek Hyde. So Pringle's going to get a at-bat here, and one swing of the stick could tie things up. And that one a little high, snagged in behind the plate by Major to keep the runners at first and second. Don't go anywhere yet, folks. The Batmen trying to put together a comeback here. McCullough was cruising. In fact, he sat down 6 consecutive Batman hitters, and then a single by Skelton on a little infield pop-up that was misread and fell to the ground, and Corey Way with a walk. Big cut by Pringle, and he's down 1-2. And that will catch the top of the zone as Pringle goes down looking for the first out. Here's Johnny Baker, 2 strikeouts tonight. And he'll get a third opportunity to drive the ball. Big hack at that first pitch. Swing and a miss, hard off the backstop, and that's going to allow the runners to advance. So Baker sitting with an 0-2 count, but he's got now runners at second and third. And it looked like a little bit of a cross-up between pitcher-catcher of where that pitch was going to be. And Baker not happy with himself as he couldn't pull the trigger on a hard snap right down the pipe. And it comes down to this. Number 18, Adam Long, will step in to hit for Mason McKay. McKay was 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts. So they'll have to make the changes as the umpire walks over to the scorekeeper's table. So 2 runners in scoring position for the Batmen, but that's not enough. They need 3 here to keep the game going. McCulloch gets a strike right away. He has 6 strikeouts in his work since the 5th inning. So 2 2/3 innings, and he has 6 strikeouts. Long swing and a miss, and he's down 0-2. And McCulloch cuts the corner, and that does it. The Jacks will win it 4-1 over the Toronto Batmen and advance straight to Sunday's final at 3 o'clock. For the Batmen, they'll have to get cleaned up, get a good night's rest, because they'll play, I believe, the 12:30 game. 10 a.m. is Sook and Galloway, and following that game will be the Batmen versus the winner of that first contest.
Correct.
So
the winner of that contest then goes on to the final at 3 o'clock.
Right. So still some work to do for the Batmen. They're still in it. The Jacks will get a well-deserved rest after winning 4-1 here tonight. So 3 big games tomorrow here at the Peter Holman Ball-Yard to wrap up the Canadian National Championships here in men's softball.
And a big thank you out to Steve. I think this is your last game. You're not around tomorrow, so thank you for coming in, Steve. We appreciate you folks from the north coming down and helping us out.
It was definitely enjoyable. Again, great ball and a great opportunity to see some of the best in the country, of course, work their craft out on the diamond.
Okay, have a safe journey, and we'll see you next year.
On behalf of everybody here at the Peter Holman Ball-Yard, again, 4-1 win, Jacks over the Batmen. Tomorrow, the Sunday finish, 10 o'clock, it all starts, Galloway and the Sook Lumberjacks from BC. So enjoy the rest of the tournament. Have a wonderful night, and we'll talk to you soon.